Amazon has just updated all of their terms of service, and that means we have to change, we have to adapt, we have to grow. So in this video, I want to show you exactly what to do. If you're thinking of running Google AdWords to your Amazon listing, I'm going to show you the exact URL to use, and more importantly, I'm going to show you what not to do to ensure you don't get yourself into trouble. If you like this kind of information where I'm helping you build your own e-commerce business right here in Australia, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That way I'll know that you want more information just like this. Also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We post brand new money-making information just like this each and every day. If you've got any questions for me whatsoever, comment below and I'll answer them personally for you. With that being said, let's get into it. What is the best Amazon URL to use from Google Ads to get the best conversion rate and increase the organic ranking? Okay, so good question, interesting question, timely question. First, let's have a look at what Amazon has recently done here. So here's Amazon's earlier in November. Amazon updated all their terms of service, okay? And the most important things for us is this: artificially inflating web traffic. That's very, very important for us, okay? Attempting to influence search results by inflating search ranking through keyword manipulation or incentivizing customer searches to appear as organic behavior, okay? So that is extremely important. So let me quickly just talk about each of them, and then I'm going to show you the best URL for Darren to use for Google. So attempting to influence search results by inflating search ranking through keyword manipulation. What does that mean? Well, what that means is on Amazon for a long time, here's Helium 10. And I'm not picking on Helium 10. They did this ages ago. I'm hoping that they take it down. Helium 10, if you're watching this, take this down. You're going to get people in trouble if you don't. On Amazon, what we used to do as Amazon sellers to make our product rank really, really well is we used to use different URL configurations. What the fuck is Neil going on about with URLs? Well, that's the normal URL for an Amazon listing. Amazon.com/DP, which apparently does not mean what I originally thought it meant. It means something completely different to what I originally thought DP meant. I won't get into what I thought it meant. And then the ASIN number, okay, so that is a normal kind of Amazon URL. But what was happening was Amazon allowed us, well, didn't realize that all of the shifty, nefarious hackers out there would then start to game that by going to sold by, just here, and let's just say they're trying to rank for extra large picnic basket, okay? That's the search term that they're trying to rank for, okay? So then they would come here to sold by, click on the sold by, and that takes them to this page, and then they go to the storefront, and then notice here where it says HP 2017, that's the storefront name, and then I would put in the term I'm trying to rank for, hit return, and now I've got a very, very interesting URL, okay, because it's got amazon.com.au/s question mark and then K, which stands for keywords. Keyword equals the term I'm trying to rank for, followed by the store number, Amazon's own internal identification for the store number, followed by that, okay? Now that process is called a two-step URL, because if I send people to this URL, and they arrive here and then they click on the product that they want to buy, what happens is, let's just go here, see in this URL here, it's getting a bit techie, I do apologize for that. I've still got the embedded search terms, okay? I've still got them, which is, or was, hugely important for manipulating sales rank on Amazon by using, if I sent a lot of traffic to this particular page using that particular URL, then I could rank and drive rank of my product, because it would look like people had searched for my product on Amazon using my main search term that I'm trying to rank for, and then purchase my product, thus inflating the number of sales for that particular search term, which would then give me search rank. Okay, so that's the backstory to that, and there was all sorts of tools put together to do that. Okay, this is just two-step URLs, blah blah blah. Okay, however, this has now changed. Do not do that. Do not do that. That's a huge no-no. Okay, and what I used to do is I used to use a two-step URL for Facebook advertising, for Google ads, for heaps of different shit. What I was doing, YouTube, we used to use it with that. Display advertising, we would do it with that. Pinterest, blah blah blah, you know, everything, because it worked really well. But like all things come to an end, and Amazon got savvy to that, and they've stopped that. If you do that now, you'll get shut down, no doubt about it. So let's come back to Darren's question. Darren's question is, what is the best Amazon URL to use from Google Ads to get best conversion rate and increase the organic ranking? Okay, so now let's answer that in a little bit more detail. Now I've kind of given you that backstory. So what Darren's trying to do now is trying to get the best conversion rate. Okay, that's one of the things he's trying to achieve. Conversion rate. So let's think about conversion rate now. From Google Ads, so we've got somebody coming from a platform away from Amazon, and we're going to bring them onto an Amazon page somewhere, okay, to be decided how the hell we're going to do that. But you have to think about the way that the customer's journey happens, okay? So they are in Google. They search for the particular product. Oh, what was it? It was a large picnic blanket, for instance. Okay, so they come in here, and then they're presented with all these different things. And of course, smart people will run their own particular Google AdWords on that search term, so they can try and scoop up some sales. And that's a very clever thing to do. Okay, you should absolutely be running traffic to that. So let's think about it from the customer. Always start with the customer. Let's think about it from the customer. So your customer comes to Google, they type in their thing, and then they click on their particular advert, and they're going to arrive at a particular page on Amazon. Of course, you want to control that so they arrive on your page, so that you're going to get the best possible outcome for that. Okay, so how to do that in light of what I've just told you about Amazon's changes to their terms of service and the way they're clamping down on using URLs to manipulate sales rank. Okay, what that means is I think the number of people that click on an advert and then arrive on our listing and then check out and buy. That is, I believe, what Darren's referring to when he says conversion rate. Okay, so that process from here, searching on Google, to clicking on your advert, to arriving on your listing, to checking out and buying. How to increase that conversion rate? Okay, well, that conversion starts here. This is where that starts, not here. Doesn't start there, it starts here, because you want to limit the people who click on your advert here to only to people who are very likely to buy your product here. Okay, and how do you do that? Well, turns out it's actually quite simple. Easiest way to do it is a combination of the search terms that you get your Google ads to show up for. And if it were me, I would absolutely be running broad match ads as well as exact match ads. I can't do the exact match thingy bobs because my computer doesn't have them on it, but exact match as well. So I would only run broad match and exact match keywords. I would also consider having those keywords say Amazon in them as well, so that the person who's searching is looking to buy a big blanket and also is potentially looking to buy it from Amazon, because then you've got an extra level of where you're getting rid of traffic that's they're not interested in Amazon. Okay, they might have a Lucky Lou, but actually they don't want to buy on Amazon for whatever reason. So I'd consider that too. The effect of that will absolutely be to drastically limit the amount of clicks that you get, but it's worth testing. Okay, so that's the first things I'd do at that level. Next, your advert. Here I would absolutely put in the fact that the price, I would always make sure I put the price on this part here, because the last thing you want to do is get somebody to your advert, from your advert, to here, and then they discover the price and they're like, I didn't want to spend that much. I didn't want to spend that much, okay? Because think about what they normally get. Normally they get to see the price, okay? So when they click through, think of the information they've got here, okay? So you want to give that information here, and that way you don't get erroneous clicks or people just having a Lucky Lou. You get genuine people who are good prospective customers, okay? And so the more that you can do that, the better your conversion rate will be here, because they've got all the information. You know, they've got the mainstay of the information that they need. They've got it. So when you bring them here, there's no surprises. They already know it's 20 bucks. They already know it's got 19 ratings. They already know what it is. They already know it's on Amazon, blah, blah, blah. You've kind of removed a lot of the surprises that stop people purchasing. You've done that, okay? So that's the first part of that question. Second part of that question. What is the best Amazon URL to use from Google Ads to get the best conversion rate and increase organic ranking? Okay, let's talk about organic ranking. So, as we've now discovered, we cannot use a two-step URL. We cannot use any kind of thing that would, in any way, shape, or form, look to manipulate search rank via keywords, okay? So what that tells us is Amazon's watching for that. So for me, as far as an URL to use on Google Ads goes, super, super simple. If it were me, and it is me, because I do this, I would just be using a dead simple URL. Now I would just use that. So amazon.com.au/DP/ASIN. That is the URL that I would personally use, okay? If you have got Amazon Brand Registry, which gives you access to attribution, then I would set up through attribution a way to track all of that. But the bottom line is, don't fuck about with your URLs anymore. That's not good. You'll get banned for sure. Okay, so let's think about this now. Another step, let's think about in terms of increase the organic ranking. Okay, so what are the implications? Oh my god, I'm going on a bit tonight, aren't I? What are the implications for organic rankings of doing this? What do you reckon? So we're taking them from Google. Google and Amazon, well, they don't talk to each other, so there's no way for Google to tell Amazon what the search term was that was being searched for. So when they get to Amazon, as far as Amazon's concerned, using this strategy I've just outlined for you, they are just arriving on your product details page, okay, with no additional information. What are the implications of that, do you think, for ranking? What will happen is that instead of you getting organic rank for a search term of your choosing, which is highly focused, yeah, like 100%, everything's focused on picnic blanket for rank. That's what you're targeting. That's where you're putting all your energy into it. It's like super, super focused, okay? By using a URL like this, instead, what you do is you disperse that rank link juice across all of the search terms that Amazon has indexed you for, okay? And so as far as rank goes, you do get a bump in rank. As far as, but it's not the same, because the bump in rank is dispersed across a lot of different search terms. But as somebody else mentioned as well, Marian, Amazon actually loves outside traffic, so it's a disproportionate amount of search rank because it's coming from outside. Okay, so Darren, don't know if that answers your question, but if it were me, just to bring it right back to the basics for everybody, if it were me, that's what I would do. I would use that URL, super, super clean, super easy. I would make sure that my ad, as closely as possible, reflected the same available information that Amazon gives me here. Price, reviews, when I can expect to get it, what the thing actually is. I would make sure my ad on Google, as closely as possible, reflected that. That's how I'd handle that. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs here in Australia. We have over 2,500 members and growing, and our sales are over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about what we do and come and join us, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. The link is in the description, and I will see you on the inside. Until then, bye.